like Shayne and I Show and want to help support the podcast, go to www.shaneandishow.com. Click donate and click buy me a coffee. And for as little as $2, you can make a one-time donation to the show. Also, this episode includes a promo from our podcast friends at Allegedly. That promo will start the show. Enjoy.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there.
That's probably because we're on a podcast.
But let's get real for a second, because I want to talk to you about a podcast brought to you by me, Alex, and my co-host, Joe.
It's called Allegedly. Each week, we get a mystery topic.
And some mystery facts.
And it's on us to figure out which ones are real.
And which ones are full of shit. We jump into some crazy topics like the Amazon jungle and dreams. Here's a small sample of what you can expect. And he uncovers a murder and he has to go and solve it.
Some great white's gonna get his ass.
You know what? You're gonna go down swinging, because fuck you, James Cameron.
I'm the Salmonatic the government made me.
Let's say not true.
I really flexed my chops.
Fuck, it's true.
So join us, won't you, every Monday on our journey through the mysteries of the world.
We are recording now.
We're recording now.
So, you got anything to say before?
No, I have nothing to say. Just
Nothing
play
to
the
say. You're
play the
the
fucking
smartass guy.
intro.
You're the smartass guy.
Oh, yeah, smartass guy. Just play the intro.
Okay, here we go with that funky little intro.
There it is.
You ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, welcome back to the Shayne and I Show. My name is Shayne,
I'm Max.
and here we are, back again with another new episode, a new edition, if you will.
Yep, a fresh installment.
A fresh installment.
Yep.
And we're on top of that ish.
Ish.
We're beating the ish.
We're beating the ish. Beating the shit out of it.
Beating the shit out of it. So hopefully, this will come out, next week. But I mean, it's still a bi-weekly.
Yeah.
It'll still be in the bi-weekly-ish.
Yeah. See, if we record a little early, then we get it. You know what they always told me to do in school back when I was in school? They're like,
because you're educated.
Yeah.
Look at me, I'm educated.
Hey, you've done plenty of school yourself, mister.
have.
All right. But they're people would just be like, oh, yeah, I got my paper done like a week early, so I can just chill this week.
Those kinds of people just freak me the fuck out.
Yeah, and it would be my week of hell.
Yeah.
Because all my papers
like
are due at
before.
once. Yeah, exactly. And I would just be, oh, yeah. And in my head, I would think, oh, I wish I got my paper. Like, man, if I could have just taken this like an hour a day, that would have been so easy. But that's not how I roll, man.
No, when I was in school, that's not how I did it either. I was like a night before guy.
Yeah, totally a night before guy.
I didn't get people that would do their work like a week before were always the kind of kids that reminded me of like the people that were like a go-getter. You know what I mean? Like in school, they were a go-getter. But when it came to like life stuff, they weren't like in like street smarts or whatever. They weren't like the brightest bulb in the block.
No, but they're getting paid real well these days.
They are. They probably are.
Yeah.
They probably are. Like, they're probably getting paid really well, or they're still in school.
Yeah, it's like when you're making six figures, does it really matter how street smart you are?
Yeah, because you could pay somebody just to be your street smart guy, in your entourage.
Yeah,
if you're making that much money.
Yeah, or you could just not be on the streets.
Yeah, but I figure you need to, if you're making that much money, you need to have somebody around you that's going to know a hustle when it's coming. You know what I mean?
I disagree.
Okay.
Just all you got to do is be a dick. You see somebody, just say no and walk away.
Yeah. But, it's nice to have your friend around that's street smart, and you can just pay him just to be around.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Because
All
I'm a nice guy. And I don't forget my friends.
Okay. Ooh, look at me. I'm a nice guy. I don't forget my friends. I'm going to have an entourage.
Not an entourage. I just have one dude that's like the guy that I paid to like just have around. You know what I mean?
That's so you're just gonna like keep a hype man around for you?
Well, no, I'm gonna keep. Well, no, because I don't need a hype man.
All right.
I'm saying if I was a kid that got all my classwork done, right, and I was now making six figures, and I wasn't the brightest person when it came to being street smart.
Yeah.
I would have a friend on my payroll because I figured I would probably start my own company because I was that smart. I got all my schoolwork done a week before it was due.
All right.
Which I don't get.
Yeah.
Right?
But some people just fucking do that.
Right.
Yeah.
I probably, like, have my own company, president somewhere, like, 6-figure income, like, doing well. But I need somebody around me that's, like, street smart that's going to spot out some people that are going to come out of the woodwork to try to get some of my money. Do you see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Here's my counter offer to that.
My counter offer.
Yeah, here's my counter to that. You could pay somebody to tell you not to give away your money, or you could just not give away your money to assholes who say, I don't know, want you to pay them just to tell you not to give away your money.
But here's my counter offer to your counter offer.
All right, make it.
I'm saying, like, when you got family members that come out of the woodwork that are just like, they're like, oh, I'm so proud of you that you've made all your money and you're doing so well in your life. I'm your great grandma, fucking Annabelle or whatever. I got a business idea for an online business store making leg warmers for old people. Like, if you are not smart enough to kind of see that that's a kind of a hustle, you need a guy there that's your buddy that has your back that's going to be like, no, sorry, I don't care if you're his grandma. Get the fuck out.
Or you just like,
you're not getting the point of the fact that these people, like somebody like this, is probably not the brightest person when it comes to hustles and people coming after them. They're not. They finish school way before they're supposed to finish school, like young and have a bunch of money.
Okay.
You just have somebody. What's wrong with just having somebody there that's your buddy? That's like you don't even got to pay him a lot. I mean, it could be a lot to your buddy. It could be like $1,000 or whatever, but it could be like a lot to your buddy. Right. But the guy's gonna be loyal to you. You know what I mean? He's not gonna like.
Well, that's not exactly a friend as much as it is just a really underpaid
but
personal assistant.
No, you're missing the point of where I'm saying it's somebody that you've known for your whole life. You know what I mean? That you trust. It's been like your best buddy since like you were kids or whatever. That you know is not gonna fuck with you, and it's always had your back. Somebody like that. I'm not just saying go hire some guy that you met or whatever.
Okay.
I'm saying it's like a guy. It's some dude that you trust or girl, whatever. It's somebody that you trust enough to be like, okay, if these people come after me or whatever, listen to their idea. If you think it's a good idea, and who knows, it could blow up in their face. Maybe the person was.
So you're thinking of like a business manager.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
But you're not paying a business manager type money.
So you're thinking of a business manager who's willing to work for peanuts. Probably not a very good business manager for what it's worth.
But if it's somebody that you know that say wants to be like an entrepreneur, YouTube business manager that doesn't have very many clients yet, you could be like, I'm going to break into the business. You just be my business manager for now. And then you could get clients from, helping me out. I don't even know why we're fucking talking about this.
I don't either. I don't know how this even came up.
Because we were talking about kids being smart and turning in their work early.
But here's just to get to my point. I'm saying, like, you could have a trusted friend, or you could have somebody who you're exploiting for minimum wage to do uncomfortable things for you, but they can't be the same person.
I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But you gotta have it. I'm just saying, you gotta have a guy that's in your life that's gonna be like, okay, yeah, I'll go handle that. I'll go beat that dude up for you, whatever you need him to do. You need a person like that, and then you need a business person. So get both.
I've gone my whole life without needing somebody to beat people up for me.
Do you make 6 figures?
No.
Do you have people coming out of the woodwork trying to offer you ideas on their super duper business?
No, but if I did, you know what I would tell them?
What would you tell them?
I'll tell you what I'd tell them.
What would you tell them?
Oh, that sounds pretty fresh. Go to a bank, get a loan.
But see, you can be a dick like that. I'm just saying.
Some people aren't dicks.
Yeah.
I can be a dick.
Yeah.
I know how to be a dick. I'm comfortable enough in my skin to be a dick.
Yeah, there's just some people that can't do that. That's what my whole point in this whole thing was, and I don't know why we got on this tangent. But
I don't either.
It was pretty good.
It was good.
You know what I mean? And imagine it all started from being jealous of somebody turning in their work like a week or getting their work started like a week before it's due.
Yeah. The Romans used to have guys like that. for like rich people, what they would do is they would buy a slave, but it would be their trusted slave.
Right.
And that their slave would like, I just somehow it worked out for him, would like act as their business manager and their bodyguard and all that shit.
Right.
And then at the end, and then when that guy got too old to do his job anymore, you'd be like, okay, you're free. And he'd be like, yay, I'm free. Wait a second.
What do I do?
What do I do? And then he would work for you for peanuts for the rest of his life.
Yeah, because he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, man. We're drinking some coffee. We just went on a tangent about that, so we got to figure something else out to talk about.
Yeah. I guess I'm kind of bored of like exploitation.
Yeah. So if you want some good coffee, go to www.mindgrindercoffee.com.
Highly recommend it. Sipping some now.
We have some
Really
right here
yummy.
while we're recording in our great studio, a.k.a. Max's Garage.
Yep.
It's good coffee.
It's good coffee. What, $15 for a bag?
$15 for a bag, mailed
And-
right to your door. We ship anywhere in the United States.
Yeah, and it is yummy as shit. I like this stuff.
So get yourself some. All right, that's all we got for sponsorships. So did I tell you about the Twitter beef I got into?
No, you did not.
The Twitter war?
Tell me about the great Twitter wars of 2022.
It's the great Twitter war of 2022 that lasted like 4 messages.
All right.
Remember the episode? Well, of course you remember. But Papermate Jones, and we talked about Zippies, and we talked about Nut Brittle.
Yeah.
Somebody was offended by that.
Somebody was offended by Zippies and Nut Brittle?
Nut Brittle especially.
Not really.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
I got a DM. I got a DM from some show or whatever. I don't know what it was, but they said our humor was on a 3rd grade level and they expected better from us. I don't know why the fuck they would expect better from us, but then I looked at what their show was, and guess what their show was?
What was their show?
Guess.
I don't know.
Come on, man! The 2 biggest shows the 2 biggest profitable shows in podcasting. What are they?
Oh, were they movie reviews?
No,
True crime?
true crime.
True crime.
But a different kind of true crime.
A different kind of true crime.
Yeah.
All right, tell me about it.
They investigate something with graves, or I didn't. That's all I got.
Grave robbery?
I think they do
A
shows
true
on
crime podcast that specializes in grave
I
robbery?
think they do shows on grave robbery. Yeah,
You
or
ever-
something like that.
You
I don't
ever,
know.
you ever consider, like, look, this is a tangent, but I'm just going to admit to something to all you guys. Sometimes I wonder, like, it might be fun just to, like, dig up a grave and, like, rummage.
Wow, you just got it spooky
Yeah,
there.
but then, like rummage through the dead person's pockets and just see what's there.
See if you could find a couple bucks.
Yeah, not even necessarily a couple of bucks.
But if you were digging through the pockets, what would you do with the findings? Would
I
you
don't
keep
know,
them,
but
or-
like I always wonder.
that's a lot of work just to fucking dig up a grave and
Yeah.
go through somebody's findings.
But like I always wonder if people like leave mementos with the body.
I would assume they do.
Yeah, and so I want to rummage through the pockets. That's all
And
I'm
then
saying.
sell that shit on eBay.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, why not? It'll help. It'll help fund a better shovel for easier grave robbing later on.
There you go.
It's not a for-profit thing. It's just so I can
Right.
rob more and more graves.
So these guys sent me a message telling me that they were offended by Nut Brittle and the fact that we're talking about Nut on a whole episode. And I sent him a message back and I said, but you listened to the whole episode? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, you could have just turned it off at the parts you didn't like and not listened to the whole episode. Mm-hmm. And he's like, well, you know, there's some funny moments in there, but, you know, I really got offended. And I'm like, what about Nut Brittle offended you?
Yeah.
Well, what if somebody actually tries to make it? And I'm like, what if somebody tries to make it?
You know, if somebody tries to make it, worst case scenario, they have a little treat and decide, oh, this is not for me.
And it's not harmful to them because it's their own nut.
It's their own nut.
So
Even if it's somebody else's nut,
Right.
like by the time it's been brittleized, any pathogens are long gone.
right. So it was about 4 messages. He sent me another one back, and then he was like, you know, I thought you'd be a lot more professional about this, and I'm like, I got professional for you. Fuck you. That's professional. And I never heard back from him. But here's the funny part.
Yeah.
So I was scrolling and I noticed that he hasn't like unsubscribed to like the Twitter feed or anything like. I see him tweet.
Mm-hmm.
He's not like He's not like that offended where he's like blocked us or anything like that. I don't engage with him on Twitter or anything like that. I just think it's hilarious that you got to send me a message talking about your feelings and how offended you were over fucking nut brittle.
Yeah. Also, what's so offensive about that? Like, I cannot fathom how that could offend anybody.
Right. And we didn't even like paint the girls bad or anything. The girl was like walking around her house dusting.
Yeah.
Like, how is that offensive?
Fucking just doing just doing like housework like
Yeah.
a normal human being.
Yeah.
And some pervy dude comes in, nuts into a Ziploc bag,
And then leaves.
and then leaves.
How is that offensive?
How is that offensive?
Right. I don't get it.
Yeah. I mean, I understand if maybe like you don't want to listen to that with your kids in the room.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
But because you don't want to explain to your kids, little Timmy asks, "What do you mean? What does it mean to nut into a Ziploc bag?"
Well, Timmy.
Yeah. And they, why would somebody do that while some lady watches? Well, Timmy, it's kind of a power play thing. Some people are really into that. You don't want to have that conversation with your 6-year-old. I get it.
Right.
I get it.
Right.
But how's that offensive?
So here's the best part about this whole thing.
All
A couple days later, my friend, I have a podcast, one of my podcast friends, a show called 8750.
8750.
Great show.
All right.
I'm actually a part of their Patreon.
All right.
I really like the show. They got into a Twitter war with the same.
Same guy.
Yeah.
Same guy.
Yeah.
What was that guy offended by with them?
I can't remember. It was over a GIF. One of those GIFs.
A GIF.
Yeah, a GIF.
Yeah.
And the GIF was like the first GIF that you frequently use is a GIF that's going to happen when we go to World War III.
Okay.
Kind of humorous, right?
Right. Yeah.
Somebody was like, "Oh, it's totally PC to make fun of war."
What a fucking this guy.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Continue.
Anyway, so they shut it down really quickly. It was hilarious, actually. I'm not going to go into it,
All right.
but yeah, we were talking about it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, those guys tried to come after me, but I just politely told them to fuck off, and they left me alone."
Yeah. I mean, I'll give him this. Maybe right now is not the best time to be joking about World War III, but I cannot emphasize this enough. How could anybody be offended by the idea of co-consensual zippy action,
Right.
followed by the making of delicious nut brittle?
Yeah. I don't get it either, man.
There's just nothing offensive there.
I know. You're preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
Like, I don't under. Maybe somebody out there can tell us if they're offended by nut brittle.
You know what? Please, somebody out there of our thousands, nay, millions of listeners,
The millions and billions.
one of you must be offended by the idea of nut brittle.
Right.
So send
Let
us
us
a
know
message.
why.
Let us know why.
What offends you about it?
Explain it to us. If you write an eloquent letter, I promise to read
You
it.
can leave us a voicemail on our website at www.shaneandishow.com. It works.
Yeah.
You go onto the website, there's a little voice icon, you click that little voice icon, you leave us a message. I figured out how to check the messages, so leave us a message.
Fuck yeah.
So do that.
Yeah. And
let
we'll play it on air if we feel like it.
If we feel like it, and it's not too offensive.
If it's not overly offensive, I would love to play it on air. But if you're dropping N-bombs, that's just not going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that. There's their Twitter beef of 2022. What else is going on? You know what else kills me? And we talked about this. So I'm going to let you guys know. Max and I actually had an episode done.
An episode done.
We had an episode done.
Oh, the episode we...
Yeah,
okay,
but we didn't release it because there were some iffy things on that episode that... And I want to let you guys know this because if you record a whole episode and you decide that, man, that's a little controversial or I don't really want to go there and you don't want to edit it.
Yeah, or like, I wish I hadn't said that.
Yeah.
I don't want people to
I have
know
a
I said
tendency to
that.
stick my foot in my mouth sometimes.
Yeah, me too.
And so there's some things I just don't want you guys to know.
Yeah.
So,
I'm a look on the bright side kind of guy, so sometimes I say nice things about bad people.
yeah. So, and that's one of the...
Should I say it?
No.
Okay.
Please don't.
All right.
We're just going to leave it at that. You said you were trying to find something nice about a bad person, that people would have listened to it and been like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
So I deleted. I saved you.
Yeah. He's just one of those figures that I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah, let's don't do that.
All right. Yeah.
So but what we were talking about was there's people that do podcasts, and I've been asked to be on a few of them.
Yeah.
Where they like to drink during their podcasts.
Yeah.
And I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. Because, like, if I was still drinking, because most people know that I don't drink anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Me neither.
And sometimes I got to tell people before I go on these shows, like, yeah, you guys can drink all you want, but I'm going to just be drinking water or something.
Yeah. I'm going to have me a Gatorade.
Yeah.
Ooh, Sunny Delight. Yeah.
Or a Red Bull. But usually if I do stuff like that, when you record at like 7 o'clock at night, I'm fucking done. And I'm like wired until like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, yeah. No, I know what you mean.
So where'd you get Sunny Delight from?
Why not? Sunny Delight is so yummy.
Whatever. It's like
No, not whatever. Sunny Delight. When was the last time you just had a nice, tall, cold glass of Sunny Delight?
Probably years ago, because I'm not a fucking little kid
but
anymore.
I bet you fucking enjoyed the shit out of it.
No, I'm not a fan of Sunny Delight.
Who is not a fan of Sunny Delight?
I'm a fan of regular orange juice.
Also, I'll say this, and this is on the topic of drinking, I guess. But if you ever want to make a cheap screwdriver, you get some pop-off vodka and some Sunny Delight. You mix
That's
them
like
together.
the poor man's screwdriver.
That's the poor man's screwdriver. Yeah,
like the very poor man's screwdriver.
yeah, but it does the trick.
So, yeah, man. Anyway, I was just imagining what it would be like if I was on these podcasts drunk, right? Because back at the end, dude, it was bad. Like I could tell some great stories about when I was drinking, but if you caught me like the last 6 months of me drinking, like there's two things that were gonna happen. Three, right? I was gonna black out. I was gonna puke on myself, and I was gonna cry.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I bet it would make for some great content to be on a podcast, just fucking being hammered, blacking out, and telling some truth, like crying about how great the world is, or whatever, or how miserable I am.
Yeah, but
and then somewhere
would,
in the sound effects, puking on myself.
I would think, if you like puked on the mic, that might interfere with the sound quality.
Right.
So, and I don't know about you, but I like my mouth is like pointed at. Oh, excuse me.
Look at
My
you.
mouth is pointed at the mic when I'm doing this.
Right.
And I was a projectile puker when I drank. So I totally would have just like coated the mic.
It still would have probably made for some great content for somebody.
Yeah, in like bright red Merlot vomit.
And the other thing I would do is this, and this was the big one. This is the one that I still kind of regret that I used to do, is at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when I was drunk, I used to call people from my life and tell them either A, how great my life was, or B, how miserable I was.
Yeah.
Usually it would start out with me being great and how everything's great in my life. And
Well, that's probably why you called them to begin with.
Yeah, and the poor person on the other end of my phone is just like, why is this guy calling me at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes in, I'm fucking bawling, right?
Yeah,
and I'm talking about how miserable my life is, right? That guy could never be on a podcast where people are drinking.
No.
I would just make your show a living hell if it was bad. Because I've been asked a few times, well, can't you just have one? Can't you just have one during the show? And it's like, no, I can't.
No.
And there's no point in doing that.
Why would you have just one?
Right.
Why would anybody have just one?
Right.
I don't understand. Like, what's the... Okay, all right. I'm going to go on a tirade
Go for
here.
it. Go on a tirade.
Why the... Like, if you're going to do something, do it, right?
Right.
I feel like most people can get on board with... Why the fuck would you have alcohol and put alcohol into your system just to, I'm starting to feel it, just to start to feel it. I'm starting to feel it. I should stop. No. You're like, but I have to drive. No, just stay where you are. This is where you're spending the night.
Yeah.
Fucking get plastered.
Get plastered while you're doing your podcast.
Yeah.
Fucking A, it makes for an incredibly entertaining show to somebody like me that doesn't drink anymore.
Yeah, also...
I'll listen to your show while you're hammered.
Yeah. And you know what? I'll tell you from experience, it's fine staying the night at some place where you're not welcome. If you're drunk enough, you just don't care.
Yeah, you can just pass out in the garage.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe in a bush,
Maybe
outside.
in a bush, yeah.
Honestly, some lawns are just lovely.
Yeah, maybe like on a side yard right there.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, in like a soft, like a soft pile of dirt.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Those were always my favorite places to pass out.
Oh yeah, those were great.
But yeah, man, it's like sometimes I'll listen to these shows and these people are like, I'm starting to feel it now. You know, after this podcast, after we get done with this episode, they'll say something like, after we get done with this episode, I think that's enough for me tonight. It's like, really, you had one mixed drink? Like, I'm not calling anybody a lightweight. I'm more power to you if you can drink while you're doing your show.
Yeah, good for you. But like when you get on the highway. All right.
But let me tangent
all right.
here.
You tangent.
If I'm starting to feel it,
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish it,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna find something else that I can finish. I put on top of that.
Yeah. Let's really feel it.
Let's really go there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like maybe these people aren't. I get it. These people aren't built like me because they could probably have a couple drinks on their show, go to bed that night, and get up and go to work, and not go find a fucking drug dealer down the street.
Yeah, I do. I am myself one of those person who like I start to feel it, and that turns into an irresistible compulsion.
Yeah,
That
I want to do some shrooms. I want to do whatever the fuck
Yeah.
I want to do. I'm gonna fucking do it, and it usually turns out bad.
Well,
There's
yeah.
no. It's not gonna be good time, Shane.
Yeah, no.
You're gonna see me the next day with pee on myself, puke on myself, and I'm gonna tell you everything's fine. Mm-hmm. And you could obviously tell. Like, you shouldn't have done that podcast last night. See what happens when you start drinking?
Yeah.
Like, dude, it would just be horrible.
Yeah. If you did that on mic, then it would be recorded for posterity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If I did it on a show, there would be no way, and I'm just saying this, there would be no way I could function enough to do a podcast and drink at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not that capable of doing more than that one thing. You know what I mean? Like, that one focus is drinking. Like, I'm not going to sit here and drink and talk into a microphone. I can't do both.
I could. I totally could. The only problem is I get like far away, and then I get like way too close, and then I'd start saying some like flattering things about bad people, and it would really not be a great.
Yeah,
thing.
I would probably start throwing out some childhood issues that happened to me when I was a kid. I would definitely start bawling because that's all I did at the end, dude. Was like I would start drinking and I'd be by myself and I would just bawl.
Yeah.
Like, it was not fun.
No, that doesn't make for great listening either.
Well, somebody would think it would be like a comedy thing because the things I would be bawling about were pretty stupid.
Maybe, but I think it's almost universal that listening or seeing a grown man cry just makes people uncomfortable.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So look, if I'm on your show and you got a drinking podcast, like, I don't mind being on your show. I don't mind. Just little precursor. I'm gonna probably be drinking water.
Yeah.
That's about it. But more power to you for drinking on a podcast.
I would love to come on your show. I would have Sunny Delight.
Somebody's gonna hold you to that, dude.
That's fine.
Somebody's gonna be like, I really want Max on my show because he's gonna have some Sunny Delight.
I'm going to have some Sunny Delight, and it will be delightful.
And he's gonna really see that it's not delightful because he probably hasn't had it in like 5 years. When was the last time you had Sunny Delight?
It's been about 5 years.
Yeah, it's not that great, dude.
But about twice a decade, I want to say, I get a hankering, and I go
Right.
out and I get one of those like gallon things of
Yeah,
Sunny Delight.
and then you realize, because I know you, because you did this a couple years ago where you got some Sunny Delight and you realized you didn't like it.
You're mistaking me for somebody else.
No,
because
I'm not mistaking you for somebody else.
I enjoy Sunny Delight.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know too many people that like Sunny Delight. And I can remember you buying some Sunny Delight and having a big spiel about this exact conversation pretty much. Where you were like, I used to really enjoy Sunny Delight and I had some the other day and it tasted like shit.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Okay, so go buy some Sunny Delight and then tell me.
No, I'm not in the mood for Sunny Delight. You know what I would have?
What's that?
I've been meaning to try this. Orange juice with espresso in it.
That just makes no sense to me.
I've been seeing that all over fucking like TikTok and Instagram and shit. And yes, people of the world, I do use social media. I just don't post it. I like funny videos on TikTok and pictures of cool rocks on Instagram.
Oh, you sent me that one. about the alpha guy
The alpha guy, yeah.
being made up or whatever. It was like the study actually was wrong because the guy proved the wrong theory.
Right. So the guy that like came up with the label of the alpha male.
Yeah.
He was doing like a study of a wolf pack, decades ago, whatever.
Yeah, that's like the big study everybody uses.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, and it's science. It's the alpha male.
Yeah.
So that guy who fucking wrote that paper or whatever spent the rest of his life being like, guys, I was wrong. There's no such thing as an alpha male. These are family groups, and I guess every family has an asshole, but that's about it.
Yeah, and I remember watching that video, and the guy, I guess the guy passed away a few years ago or whatever. The guy that came up with it, they were like, yeah,
obviously not an alpha.
He spent the rest of his life trying to correct that.
Yeah.
And people just wouldn't listen. He's like, dude, I came up with the thesis, I wrote it, or whatever he did.
Yeah.
And he's like, I was wrong.
Yeah.
There's no alpha male.
There is no alpha.
So if you're out there and you think you're an alpha male, guess what? You're just an asshole.
Yeah, you're just an asshole. Not just that, but like who's like, oh, it's science, man. Well, first off, it like even scientists sometimes are like, oops, I was wrong. Let's disregard that.
Right.
Which is what this was. But even if that wasn't the case, this is science about fucking wolves, man. Not human beings. Wolves.
But you know what alpha males say is like, wolves are the ultimate alphas.
Yeah. But it's not. Okay, so it's science, but it's not science. It's like a state of mind.
Yeah. Beat it out. That's the excuse they'll use.
Yeah.
It's a state of mind. It's not science, but it's a state of mind. And wolves are like the ultimate pack leaders. I mean, who wouldn't want to be like a wolf?
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to be like a wolf.
Neither would I. They sleep outside. I don't know. I sleep outside too sometimes, but.
Anyway,
yeah,
that brings me to why I don't like dating coaches.
This is why I don't want to be a wolf.
Okay, tell me.
Wolves don't get to shit on a toilet.
Yeah, they gotta shit outside.
How nice is it to have a porcelain throne?
And then they gotta whip their ass on the ground.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
Well, they don't. Have you ever watched a dog poop?
Yeah, they don't wipe their ass.
No, but it's because their butthole sort of extrudes.
Right.
And then the parts that touch the poop end up back inside of them, so there's nothing to wipe. Usually. All right. That's not always the case.
Which brings me to my thing that I've been on lately on this kick, which is why I brought up the alpha males, is fucking dating coaches.
Dating coaches
are the worst in the world.
The worst in the world.
Especially the ones on TikTok or Instagram.
All right.
The advice they give you is crap.
Uh-huh.
And if you ask any of them if they're in a relationship currently, they'll all say no.
No.
Because it's like I gotta play the field or whatever, and it's like, okay, so then why the fuck are you giving some dude dating advice if you're not even in a relationship yourself?
Yeah, well, I don't want to be in a relationship. I'm just smashing randos.
Exactly. But yeah, man, it's like, so I've been single for a while. People know that I've been doing online dating, and I'd gotten reached out by this woman that was like a dating coach, like local to my area, like real, like I could go to the office, which was like kind of important to me because I didn't want to give somebody money on Instagram to tell me that I needed to be an alpha male.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a free consultation, basically. I won it. Somehow I won it. I got an email saying I won this free consultation with this dating coach. He's been a dating coach for 25 years or whatever.
Nice.
Seemed legit. Went to the office. Old woman. Older than me.
All right.
Had to be at least 65.
So she knows what women want.
She knows what women want, I guess.
Yeah.
We started talking. And I was like, so are you currently in a relationship? Do you have a boyfriend or whatever? She's a little old, but I figure she's probably been married 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to be a dating coach, you need to have something like, I've been with the same person for like 20, 25 years or whatever.
You want them to have a track record. Something that shows that their techniques end in success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, no, I haven't been in a relationship in like 15 years, she says to me. Okay, I got to go.
Yeah.
Is what I say to her. Like, I ended it right there.
Yeah.
Dude, it's one of those theories that I get. What's that theory that the people always say was in School of Rock? What did Jack Black say in School of Rock?
People who can't do, teach.
People who can't do, teach.
Yeah.
I believe that when it comes to dating coaches and life coaches.
Yeah, there you go. There you
Right?
go. Yeah.
Maybe there's some good life coaches out there. I don't know, but every one of them to me seems like they're full of shit.
Well,
Give yourself some positive affirmations in the morning.
fucking affirmations.
Get up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
No. How about no?
Give yourself some. Go and meditate in a nice, peaceful garden. How is that going to help my wife?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Also, like, lady, where am I going to find a nice peaceful garden?
And I can find any of that information online or in some fucking book like you did.
Yeah.
If I really wanted to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't want a life coach.
No.
Like, what do life coaches actually coach you on in your life? That's what I want to know.
They coach you on living.
Did they coach you, like, on your appearance? Or is that a different kind of coach? Or is that a dating coach?
That's, well, they, sure.
Or an appearance coach?
I feel like appearance is part of life.
Right.
So they coach you on all of it. This is what I think. I've never actually used a life coach, and I'm not myself a life coach, but they coach you on all of life, right?
Right.
So appearance, how to wipe.
How to life?
No, how to wipe. How to wipe.
How to become a vegetarian?
Yep, becoming a vegetarian, dating.
Dating?
Ooh, because that's part of life.
Right.
Job things.
If you're not happy with your job, quit and go get a new one.
Yeah. Well, nowadays that's easy enough to do. But
Yeah. I got
But
a
that's
business
not always the
proposition for
case.
you. You can invest in my company and become a private partner of my life coaching business.
yeah,
Since you're one of my star pupils.
yeah,
I always think those guys are in. There's a hustle there. You know what I mean? Like you do their course or whatever, and then all of a sudden the next thing you know, like they're like, oh dude, if you just pay me like $1,500, you could quit your job and we'll just make money off of my courses. You'll just be my private partner.
yeah. You'll be my part, and you know what you'll do? You'll go and teach these courses for me, and
Yeah.
just give me a cut.
Yeah. But you need to invest first on top of what you just paid me. On top of say the $3,500 you just paid me to get your life in tits. You know, properly.
Totally tits.
Totally tits.
And then
like you're 55 years old, but you got a brand new Lamborghini in the garage. You just bought a fancy house in like one of the nicest neighborhoods you could get in your area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You look like you dress like you're 25, but you're 55.
Yeah.
Now it's your turn to go and teach this to other people.
Yeah, and then you will have a star pupil who will go on and teach others and give you a cut, and then you will give me a cut of that guy's cut.
It is not a pyramid scheme.
It's not a pyramid scheme.
It's the way life goes.
It's a ladder of prosperity.
Success.
Yeah.
The ladder of prosperity. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. It's a ladder of prosperity.
I invented it myself. Your life coach invented it himself. So give me the $3,500. We'll get your life squared away, and then you can come and work for me.
Yeah.
And quit your job at the supermarket.
Yeah. It's not a pyramid. It's a ramp to the top.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. You got anything else you want to talk about?
Nah.
I think
I'm good.
I think we're about a little over 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'm good.
I think we could start wrapping it up. So
I
do we
got
have any
nothing.
morals? Do we have any morals today? Any morals to the stories?
I mean, I could say nice things about bad people, but other than that,
Yeah.
I feel like
If you,
yeah, go.
If you have a slight drinking problem, you should not be on somebody else's podcast while you're drunk.
Yeah. Well, maybe if you have a slight drinking problem, that's fine. But if you have a genuine, a real serious problem,
Real serious problem.
you probably just shouldn't be drinking at all.
Yeah. And especially not on podcasts.
Yeah, especially not when somebody's recording what you say.
And asking you deep questions while you're drunk.
Yeah, definitely.
That's not going to work out for you.
Yeah, I feel like any podcast where the premise is we drink and then record ourselves talking, the key to that is not to drink too much.
Yeah, and most people that do it pull it off pretty successfully.
Yeah, that's
Which is good for them.
Yeah, that's
and
just
I really want to emphasize, good for you,
yeah. My hat is off to you.
right?
Yeah, have a couple, get a little buzz
nice little buzz on.
feel a little warm, a little
Yeah.
loose, and then
And then record, talk some shit,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Just don't say anything too embarrassing while you're liquored up,
yeah.
you know?
But don't be so liquored up that, you still have some inhibitions.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I was about to say the nice thing about the bad man.
Yeah.
Then I stopped.
Yeah, there you go. So we're going to end it right there.
All right.
All right. And until next time, America.
Don't shit yourself.
All right. Bye-bye.
That's good advice. Don't shake yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.